see that.
But with the Clippers, man, I just think that just the future is bright for the Clippers. I mean, like, honestly, you're in a situation where if you a kid in LA, right, and you were born in, let's say like 2005, right?
Word.
So right now you probably like 15 years old, and you grew up in LA. You've grown up pretty much with the Clippers being the most successful franchise,
that you know, right.
team that you know. And I mean, you got Jerry West over there. Now, granted, now, I mean, everywhere Jerry West is gone, you've seen success. He's built multiple franchises. Built the Lakers, built the Warriors. You even saw him in Memphis. Like, he built the Memphis wasn't really shit before he took over, and now he builds a 50-win consistent team. They even got to conference finals for Memphis. That's crazy.
Yeah,
conference finals in Memphis like that, especially like not being able to somebody you can attract big free agents. Like, that's wild. So when it comes to the Clippers, like they for one have the most important pick in the league, which I think they with the Tobias trade, they picked up Landry Shamet. They picked up, what did they get in that trade? It was Landry, Wilson, and the main thing they picked up.
Wait, what Wilson?
Chandler.
Oh, I didn't know he was over there.
He is on that, but he was hurt when he came there at first.
Okay.
And they also picked up the most solid pick in the league, which is the Miami 2023 pick. Because everybody assumes that with like all the bad contracts Miami has, obviously like D Wade might be their best player. Like, he actually might still be their best player.
What happened to Deion Waiters?
He's back now, but he had like a bad ankle injury. He's finally back now, but he's just not getting his stride. But like, D Wade might be their best player. He's retiring.
Yes.
At the end of the season. So like, your best player is retiring, and they're pretty much cap strapped. Like, look at their deals. There's really no room. They don't really have any, unless they get. I mean, they did get out the Tyler Johnson contract, which was huge. They got Ryan. I think his deal expires, but for the most part, they're pretty cap strapped.
Yeah.
So everybody pretty much assumes that deal was gonna be. That pick is gonna be very high pick. So you add that pick in. You add in the fact that they got mad cap room. They did pick up Zubac also, who I like. They got Landry, who kind of looks like a JJ Redick type to me.
Yeah, I can see that.
And he can
I
also
like the other kid too with the long name.
Yeah, Shay. Man, look, man. So I like when I first went to the game, Shay looked a little bit passive.
Right.
But like, I mean, the game against the Bulls, he came out and took, I think, like 6 shots in the first quarter. Like, he finally looks that. Like, since they got Tobias out of there and got some of the other guys out of there.
Like Doc putting the ball in his hands.
Yeah, and like, I feel, I think I asked him, the Blazers game was the first game I saw. I think I covered the Blazers. It was Clippers Blazers in like December. Like December 17th. And that was the first time I really saw Shea be aggressive. Wow. And I asked Doc about that, and he was like, well, we told him, like, we know Dame and CJ going to score, so we want to make sure that, like, they also got to work guarding you. And it seems like he's finally knowing what he's good at doing, where he should be taking shots from, and also he's long, like, he's legit 6'6". He's legit 6'6" with like a good wingspan. Like, he's also in the mode of like a Murray.
Yeah, like he reminds me a lot of him.
Yeah, like, he's also that size. I mean, Doc said that he thinks he can be a triple-double guy eventually in the future, but that the passing will come last. He said that he's not the best natural passer, but he can get in there and rebound. He can get in there and go score. Like, I really, really like the young core that they have mixed in with the veterans. Like, Pat Bev probably, I think he'd be first team all defense this season.
Yeah, I think Pat Bev can. I mean, I trust any team that he's on, you know what I'm saying, to defend well, because he's going to disrupt who's ever offense, and he's becoming a much better player on the offensive side of the ball.
I agree. You know, like, he's actually a really, really good playmaker.
Yeah.
Decent, like, you have to at least think about getting the hand up in his face.
Yeah, at least
like,
think about it.
Yeah, she's like, I mean, if you see it, you be like, I mean, you could like kind of like lag out on the close. Like, you ain't gotta like close it hard, but you at least gotta go there. Right. You can't just like see him get the ball and turn around wait for the rebound. Right. Can't do that. The Lilo's been looking great. Like, man, look, I really, really like the future of the Clippers, and I will say,
what's the 5 over there?
The 5 is Shea, Landry, Pat, Danilo, and Zubac. That's the starting 5. But Harold and Montrez and Lou. Trez and Lou obviously play a lot of the minutes. Like, they probably, let me make sure, let me not misquote this, see exactly how many minutes they play, but I'm sure that they both all play about upwards of like.
That was probably the worst trade of this year, the Zubac trade.
Lou plays 26 and Harold plays 26 minutes a night. Okay. So basically everybody pretty much plays. I mean, the highest is Danilo at 30. And everybody else pretty much in the 25. Like, I probably was, but I think the reason that they did that was they felt that they needed a stretch big, but they already had one, which was Mo Wagner.
Right.
And they probably
he wasn't proven. Like, what you mean? I don't know that. You know what I mean?
And I don't think they wanted to pay Zubac. because Zubac's contract does come up at the end of the day. I think he's like a
Yeah.
restricted free agent or something like that, or maybe even unrestricted. Somebody might offer Zubac some money, and I don't think they really want to like pay Zubac. Which is why I think they let him go. But I agree with you, that was a bad trade. But because I really like the future of this team, and I think the Clippers, the Lakers need to get this shit together. Or else, like, before the Clippers move, I'm saying, bro, but like, look, like I said, if you born in 2005,
yeah, all they know is
Chris Paul and Blake Griffin and
DeAndre, and
they winning,
you know what I mean?
They winning 50 games. Lou Will now, like they winning 50 games pretty much every single year. They've been the most successful team in Los Angeles this decade. Like it's not even close, and the tickets cheaper. So like, no, seriously. So if you like, it costs a lot to go to the Lakers game. Like the first seat, like the same seats you would pay for at the Clippers, that's probably like $80-$90, are $250 at Lakers games. So if you know your parents want to take you to a game, like you probably going to a Clippers game.
Facts.
So they gonna get a new stadium probably possibly in like 2023. You got a situation where like if you were like young kid and you grew up and this is like the team you've been seeing successful, you done damn near split the city.
Yeah. I mean,
so the Lakers need to get this shit together before this is a serious problem that you have within the next, like, it won't happen like overnight, obviously. It'll take a while. But in like 2026, 2027.
What the Clippers at right now? Who they play first round?
The Warriors. So they would, I mean, obviously, like I think they could maybe get a game, maybe. But obviously that. But
what's that 5 again? Shades. I don't know, bro. Had to break out the brooms for that, John.
But they do have. I mean, like, look at how much space is between them and everybody else. So like, I mean, they could realistically end up playing the Nuggets.
True.
Like just because of how much space. I mean, and I think they have the Nets today, then the Pacers.
Wow.
That's a very winnable game. Then
That's
the
actually
Cavs, then the Grizzlies.
One of my one of the people I was most excited about. Let me ask you this, man. Who are some of the guys you were most impressed with this season? Me, I'm gonna start off with my boy D'Lo, man. I really like what D'Lo did this year, man. Like
D'Lo.
he really, you know what I'm saying, owned his situation, man. I love a comeback story, man, and like just what the media tried to do to him and how he was able to rebound from that, and he over there hooping, man. I like him, and I like Dinwiddie too. I know he had went down, you know what I mean, and just making his way back, but I love what D'Lo did, man. Like he like it seemed like he got stronger. It's like that's one of the things that make me question Magic sometimes. I understand the Lonzo thing, you know what I mean, like the hometown kid. There's a lot of hype, but it's almost like it seemed like there are things off the basketball court that influence some of his decisions.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And
but it is the Lakers though. So it is like
you gotta be mindful of what's
like
going on.
It is kind of like we're the Lakers, you know, like we want to like it's not like it's not like it's a basketball team, but it's not just a basketball team.
Understood.
So I feel Trae Young for one, because again with everybody like through the Steph comparisons, and also let me just pay attention to this kid, and I saw him in summer league, and I'm like, he plays nothing like Steph. And he wasn't hitting shots in summer league, but his passing is what impressed me so much.
Who won MVP in summer league?
Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, that's what it was.
No, but his passing is what impressed me. He got to the league, and once John Collins came back, I mean that looks to be like just Nash to Amari damn near.
Yeah.
I mean John Collins give you 19 and 10, so he's impressed me a lot. Actually, Colin Sexton overtime has impressed me a lot this season. Because at the beginning of the season, I hated watching that man play basketball. I did not enjoy it, but I also that Cleveland hadn't really, they didn't know what they were doing yet. Because again, they traded they don't have that many picks because of the LeBron thing, so they had to like recover from that and trade away all those picks. So they had to like bring in a bunch of assets that they could trade away for picks later. So once they actually got everybody out and kind of like assess what they were doing, so now like the five is like they got Colin, Brandon Knight, Cedi Osman, Kevin Love, and it's supposed to be Tristan Thompson, but like he's hurt right now, so they got Zizic out there. So once they figured out like what their five was gonna be and what the roles were, like it's been he's pretty much put in a position where it's like, okay, we know you're not a pure point guard, go score.
Facts, and having fun doing it. I think that Atlanta in general, they got a bright future.
They do.
I just hopefully Atlanta can become a basketball town. You know what I'm saying? I know that like it's not a basketball town at all. They're not even like people are barely at the stadium, man. People don't go to those games for nothing. Like my homegirl always hit me. She be having like 20, 30 tickets to the game and shit. So,
but I think Trey can bring some excitement,
back.
And you never know. Like they like right now, I think they're like top 5 in the lottery. Fuck around, win the lottery, bring Zion there. Now you got lobs going from everywhere.
Yeah,
I think people will come to see that.
They'll come see that.
I think people come to see that. He's impressed me a lot. Who else has impressed me a whole lot this year? Paul George.
Yeah, PG.
Look, man, I always thought Paul George was like nice.
Right.
I ain't see this.
Yeah, he was on that. The year he could have went like KD, LeBron, or Rudy Gay. You know what I'm saying? So like he took that level.
Yeah, he definitely took that next step. So these guys impressed me, and honestly, man, Kyrie has. I'm sorry, like Kyrie has really like. No, I've never, because my thing about Kyrie was like I've never seen him really be a point guard the way he has this year. Like he's playing within the offense. He's not even playing the way that I like him to play half the time.
Nah, he can adjust.
He's playing very, very within the offense, and also it's his defense that's really impressing me. Like he's actually trying to defend. He's going in there and getting you 10 rebounds. I think he had back-to-back games of 10 rebounds. The first person to do that of 30 and 10 since Paul Pierce in 2005 for the Celtics. Yeah. So like he's going in there and getting you rebounds. Also, I looked this up a couple weeks ago. I think he's 3rd in offensive rebounds for guards.
Damn.
Well, point guards, not guards, but point guards. So like he's going in there, mixing it up, rebounding. Like I really like his progression this season. I just really wish that he would get to the line a little more.
Yeah, I mean, I think that like that's where like he that may come in his later years, and I think that if you listen to his we say his godfather, man, Rod Strickland was pretty good at getting to the line like that, but he was also a little more physical of a player. Like Kyrie is so slippery that like he finds his way around stuff so often, you know what I mean? And he doesn't necessarily throw his body around as much as like some other point guards. Like even Steph, like he good at getting to the rim, but he also good at like flailing and like creating contact in some form. Well, like Kyrie, he's trying to avoid you at all costs. I mean, he had so many injuries early in his career. You know what I mean? Even in college, like he's not trying to. You know what I mean?
He's not trying to hit the floor like that.
He out here like Mr. Glass, man. So he ain't playing them games. So I don't think we'll see Kyrie getting to that 15, 18. You know what I mean? Or even 13. A game type free throw type of guy, but. And I think that's the impressive thing about him. Like for a guy that scores so much at the basket, that also doesn't spend a lot of time at the line. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think that's almost on a day to his craftiness, but it obviously hurts. Being able to have more points. I
think he's taking 3 a night if I'm not mistaken. He's at how many fouls is that night? He's at right now. He is taking 3.5. I would just like to see that at 5.
Yeah.
I think he's a guy. I mean, honestly, with D-Wade retiring, I think he's called D-Wade and work out with D-Wade. Like D-Wade had a way of like. Yeah,
but D-Wade was mad stronger than him. You know what I mean?
He was, but it's the pump fake.
Yeah.
Like Kyrie has so many moves that if he does something and gives you a look at the rim, you're probably gonna jump.
But his moves, he would always have to like take some out of his package to add the pump fake.
You're right.
Because like he already have players so beat. If you have a pump fake, they just be standing there and shit. I was already got. Like I ain't know what the hell going on.
You're right. Well, I mean. We at the hour and 30 mark. I don't know what the hell happened to Thomas. This man.
Yo, get well soon, TPJ. Wherever you at, man.
Get well soon. But get your plug out, man. Thank you for coming through, man.
Nothing but love, man. I'm out here with the brothers, man. So just follow me on Instagram, Merc Sees, Twitter, Merc Says. That's it, man. That's all. Everything else at the website at kidfromchicago.com.
I think this man coming.
It's alive. It's alive.
I'm fucking dead.
Thomas back alive.
Man, it's all good.
Thomas back alive.
Yeah, man. Follow me on Twitter. Y'all know what that is. That's it. I'm out.
Follow me on Twitter at Pavy World, Pavy World, all one word. www.HoopsNBrews.com. Go check out what they see. Go check out Pavy.
Riding around with my first rap. Hollywood is going down. Fuck with me and we can hit the town, and you can disrespect and get the Uber now. When we pull up, it's Rolodex. Y'all waiting in line like who's next? We pulling up and we walking in straight to the table.